Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a financial report that's a bit like a spicy mango, promising on the outside, but maybe a little tangy when you take a bite. We're checking out Mangoceuticals, a men's wellness company, and let's just say their latest numbers have a few interesting twists. So if you're ready to decode some corporate secrets, stick around, but before we get started, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. First, let's get the legal stuff out of the way. This report contains forward-looking statements, which in plain English means the company is making predictions about the future. These predictions come with risks, things like getting more funding, dealing with pandemics, and keeping their brand strong. They even mentioned the Russia-Ukraine conflict and the situation in Israel as potential factors. Basically, a lot can go wrong. So remember, these are just educated guesses, not guarantees. Mangoceuticals Inc., that's who we're looking at, is a Texas company focused on men's wellness products and services offered through telemedicine, and more specifically about their brand of ED products, Mango, a brand of hair loss products, Grow, and even a brand of hormone balance, Mojo. They also sell an FDA-approved testosterone treatment called Prime. Here is something else to note. On October of last year, they did a 1-for-15 reverse stock split. This means every 15 old shares became one new share. This was done to boost the stock price. It also caused some unusual trading patterns that the company is still investigating. The report reminds us that all share numbers have been adjusted to reflect this split. Now let's move on to the numbers. In their balance sheets, comparing March of this year to December of last year, we can see that the cash went up from around 58,000 to 76,000, while their total assets grew from 15.3 million to 21.7 million. On the liability side, their debts remained roughly the same, sitting around 1.5 million. Total stockholders' equity increased from 13 million to 20.2 million. Now let's check the income statements. For the first 3 months of this year, Mangoceuticals had revenues of about 114,000. This reduced revenue alongside expenses led to a pretty significant loss from operations. Specifically, their loss from operations reached 4.8 million, almost double of the 2.3 million they had last year. Looking at how these losses affect shareholders, we see that basic and diluted loss per share this year are at $1.29 compared to just $1.50 last year. Now, looking at the cash flow statement for the first 3 months, the company used up around 2.2 million in operating activities, but managed to raise 2.285 million from financing activities, leaving a small net increase in cash by the end of the 3 months. One crucial thing to note is that Eli Lilly, a major pharmaceutical company, has a lawsuit against Mangoceuticals. Eli Lilly alleges false advertising related to Mangoceuticals' slim product line, which included tirzepatide, the active ingredient in popular weight loss medications like Mounjaro and Zepbound. This product is no longer identified on the MangoX website, the product cannot be purchased, and no sales have been made. The company, by and through counsel, has been attempting to resolve the matter, but intends to vigorously defend the matter if an early resolution is not reached. Legal battles can be very costly and time-consuming, with no guaranteed outcome in their favor. Finally, as of April 11, 2025, a recent agreement was made with regards to some common stock. Certain institutional accredited investors now have the right to participate in any issuance by the company of common stock or common stock equivalents, which will affect existing investors, diluting their share. Alright, let's wrap it up and get into my opinion about this company. But before that, make sure to check out the Discord server in the description to talk directly with our community. Now, based on these numbers, Mangoceuticals seems to be at a bit of a crossroads. Their revenues are down and losses are up. But the company is working on new products and partnerships, which shows they're trying to turn things around. However, the lawsuit from Eli Lilly is a major risk. They need to resolve this quickly, or it could become a huge drain on their resources. Overall, Mangoceuticals has potential, but they need to execute their plans carefully. Whether they can make it or not is still in the air. Alright, that's our breakdown of Mangoceuticals' latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.